Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I'm going to share with you some extra news this week. And the first one is there's a organization called Web3, OMA3. I would pronounce it OMA3. Okay, so what's this for? This is the abbreviation of Open Metaverse Alliance for Web3. It has a lot of the big players, big metaverse platforms right now. So what their goal is to put everyone together and trying to make bridges interoperability. So like each platform, people can go to each other's platform, and all the stuff is like fluent. Kind of, you can buy stuff and you can sell stuff across different platforms, and you can walk, or it's just like the alliance that help people to have better experience across those different platforms. So I think it's very interesting. So OMA3 is said to be structured as DAO that operates like a consortium. So people of this group, including some of the biggest names in Web3, such as Decentraland, Sandbox, Animica Brands, and Upland. So all those brands, they form together, and it's on top of DAO economy, and the members can, share, they think they should build everything together, and everything need to be decentralized, and everything needs to be together. Yeah, so I think this is pretty good, because before, a lot of people start saying that you see like all the platforms, they say they are more Web3 based, right? Or they are metaverse. They claim they are metaverse. Some of them are centralized, basically, and you see like even like a lot of NFTs. You can see like they are centralized, right? So if everything was structured based on DAO, DAO is pretty much the basic structure of Web3's economy system. So if that is the case, then I think this will be a really good news, because the future of economy should be, interoperable, right? So everyone can, join it, and it's not centralized, decentralized, pretty much. So this is good news, because if all the platforms, they all build on top of DAO, right, operates, then yeah, I think the future of the decentralization of economy will kind of slowly being built, right? And it's pretty powerful, right? So I think this is a very interesting concept, which is Open Metaverse Alliance for Web3. And it solved the long problem of people, like different platforms. How can we bridge different platforms? If they have an alliance, right? And their goal is to, decentralize the entire economy. I think this is a very good direction, and leads to like people's ideal metaverse. Yeah. Okay, so the next news is the same thing, but it's dive into a little deeper. The article is called Web3 Platforms Launch the Metaverse Open Metaverse Alliance, which is OMA3 again. So this news is on cointelegraph.com. And so the article was written by DAVID Attley. Okay, DAVID Attley. Okay, so so I think this is a really good news, and it lists out more metaverse world, such as Alien World, Dapper Labs, Decentraland, Metaverse, Space, Super World, the Sandbox, Upland, Boxes, and Liberty. So all those will be, established on top of DAO. system. Yeah, so I think this is a very, very interesting thing. And there's a quote from the Sandbox co-founder, Sebastian Borget. He said that we want your avatar can be more than just virtual representation and also carries your reputation as anyone can see on chain, which NFT you hold, earned, created, or bought, the full history of transactions, and as well, hopefully, the progression action you have contributed to throughout time. So yeah, so I think this is very interesting. So pretty much once all the metaverse small platforms become one, right? Then it feels about right? And everything built on top of that. And I think this is, yeah, this is a pretty good thing. Yeah. Okay, the next one, the news is on Hyperbeast.com, and the title is Usain Bolt partners with Move to Earn Web3 platform Step app. So what is about? This is about the fitness finance, which is FitFi platform Step app. Hello. 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 Hello.
Sorry.
Hi. Yeah. So yeah, right now we are talking about news. Yeah. And do you want me to recap?
No, I'll just follow along.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, how are you?
Good, good. Sorry to join late.
Jane. Oh, I thought like because I saw the name is like an iPhone 3 Pro Max, so I think
Oh,
it's someone
sorry,
else.
sorry.
So no worries. Yeah, I was like, oh, because before we had some trolls, so just make sure.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So let me recap. I just talked about OMA3, which is the alliance of Web3, right? So there's a new alliance called Open Metaverse Alliance for Web3, OMA3. And pretty much their goal is to make sure the metaverse is decentralized and build on top of that DAO, right? So I think this is pretty cool because you see like the Sandbox, Decentraland, or Animoca brands and Uplands. A lot of the brands, they are actually owned by a certain company, right? So if they are built, construct on top of DAO and, align together, and also, like partner together, I think this will be a good start for the future ideal version of metaverse. What do you think? Yeah. Oh, I think you mute yourself.
Oh, I'm the only one here. I didn't know that.
No worries. Yeah.
I'm trying to digest it here. I haven't digested this piece of information yet.
Oh, yeah. It's just like all the big metaverse platforms, they partner together, right? And now they want to build DAO, which is, the basic uh, uh, economy, right? Like the metaverse economy, pretty much. I mean, I'm still learning, but as far as I know, that DAO is kind of like the community seat. You vote, right? And there's
Uh-huh.
no centralized. And people who hold more, or who get more seats, or like power, can kind of vote whoever, like the big yeah, I still need to learn more, but it's kind of like a system that is decentralized. And pretty much, game developer is just creating some assets, right? NFT assets. And the interesting thing is that it will be resale, something like NFT, right? And the creator can get part of it each time transaction. So it's very good for creators. And also this is kind of an economy built on top of blockchain. So everything's decentralized and community-based vote. So yeah, so this is kind of like a very decentralized platform. All the big so-called metaverse platform, they are joining this. So just make sure they will be all together. And yeah, and they believe that a metaverse without restraining walls and individual platforms and interconnect and fully interoperable. So yeah,
Well, this is sort of what we've been hoping for, right?
yeah, right. Because we've been saying that, hey, each metaverse company is owned by, the sandbox owned by company, I forgot, but each company owned by different like big companies. And I mean, and people keep saying like, oh, this is DAO, this is like everything is like very broken. So I think this one is pretty good to tie the ideal version and kind of, I still believe the big company will still find a way to, I don't know, win the game, but it's kind of a good start, at least. Maybe under table there's something, but I think on the surface, I think it looks good.
You need some kind of interoperability.
Yeah, I think interoperability is very important. For example, if I buy something in Decentraland and I buy something in the sandbox, and those two couldn't, the currency is different, or the object, the currency rate is everything's different. It's so hard to just enjoy in this world. It feels like the same, like different games, online games, right?
Well, plus I think what it does, if there's nothing like that to connect these different places together, then you've got a situation where people will focus on one versus the other and not want to go to the others because they've already established whatever they bought and so forth in one of them. And what it does is it really fragments the audience. And I think it's better for everyone if they can have some sort of alliance like this.
Yeah, I think this is great. I think this is what everyone wants. So yeah, so if you see the second news, I think the quote that the Sandbox co-founder Sebastian said that we want your avatar can be more than just a virtual representation, and also carries your reputation as anyone can see on chain which NFT you hold, earned, created, or bought, the full history of transactions, and as well, hopefully, the progression actions you have contributed to throughout time. So yeah, I think now it's like our physical world will blend in the virtual world and carry all the, not just, play to win, but that character has the soul, right? Has carry out our soul to the virtual world. So you see, they want us to really put our heart. The interesting thing is that I was thinking about if in the future, for example, in the morning you work, right, on a job, or build your thing, right, and during the night you become virtual and you still build your another world. Then I feel like everyone has at least two jobs. Physical world job, and and play games actually, like burning your breath, because you need to be very focused.
Well, when you buy an NFT, is that a matter of public record in general?
As far as I know, in Ether, right, you have a smart contract to so and put into your wallet. So that's kind of, I mean, in your wallet you can have Ethereum, and you buy the NFT and storage, I think, in you just buy it. And for example, if I buy in OpenSea, and that will storage in OpenSea.
But so in general, if you have an NFT that you bought wherever, can any random person see that you bought that?
They need to buy from me, right? They need to buy from me, and I need to let them buy it. There are some ways, for example, auction, right? For example, I put a short amount of time, like 30 days. Whoever bids the highest, I sell to that person. Or, just
but if you
directly
don't do
sell.
that, if you don't put it up for sale, can anyone?
Yeah, you can make a private collection. You just storage somewhere.
But I mean, I may have bought, let's say, 10 NFTs. Can anyone in the world just check to see that I own those?
Yes. For example, you can display on OpenSea, because before we had a lot of speakers and talking about NFT, and I was a non-believer in that thing in the past, but now I start believing it. So that's why I remember, I don't know, you or somebody told me that, hey, Dom, if you don't believe it, why not you start doing it before you say you don't believe it?
Did you sell any?
No. But I create a bunch of NFT using like a NFT generator, download some apps, right? And I put something up there. And then I started learning, actually, this is kind of traditional way of the art, right? You can do the auction for your painting, right?
Yeah.
Whoever bids the highest. It's just the digital version of art. And it's very weird. It just, if you screenshot, you don't have the smart contract, right? And go ahead.
Did you run any auctions for your stuff?
Because they have two versions of coin of tokens, right? There are so many like professional terms. They have a lot of different cryptocurrencies. Polygon and Ethereum. Ethereum is extremely expensive, right? When I was looking at that, it was like 18,000 or something, or even higher, it was in a really high spot. So if I want to just create a real smart contract, I have to pay it. I have to buy out my entire NFT, and I choose the free version, which is using Polygon, and I can just list it, right? I list it, and someone else, I don't know, mine for me, and I use the free version. So I would say it seems like I own it, but I only can do the cheap version, which there's no, because if you use Ether, right, then that's the real value, because I pay like 3,000, or it depends on how much you wanna do, but it's a little pricey just to mine your own NFT. But if you use Polygon, it's free to just. It seems like it's economical, or I just think like I just want to try, so I use the free one. And free one, you cannot do the auction, and the free one you can have a set money, right? But the free one, I don't know, it feels like something free and something premium, and everyone was talking about or using real money and do the real gamble, and I'm just using free one and post there. And I think I just want to experience. And I think actually when I do that, I was pretty excited, and I think during the night I always like check out my phone who buy it. I was a little addicted, and so that's why I think the interesting thing is that sometimes you keep saying no to something. It's not because it's bad, it's just because you don't know.
Well, you're an artist in the real world. You're an artist, and if you create a piece of art and you have to pay thousands of dollars to sell it, I mean, there's something wrong with that. But
I have to pay first, and I feel like, hey, I'm the creator. Why I have to pay for it to mine it? So that's why like I saw like a news that a little elementary school kid like do NFT and earn like 30K in summer, right? Like summer during summer vacation or something. And I think, their parents probably help them to pay the
Yeah.
the foundation so they can earn that. It's just the pure profit, pure earning, but it's not net, right? It's not net earning. So yeah, you see, you earn 30K. I don't really know if you really mine it and sell it. Because if you mine it and you have to pay a certain fee, you can use free version, but your free version just, and I think probably nobody even see it. It's just for fun. Yeah. So I do think that yeah, maybe at the early stage, the kid do it, right? And maybe his parents buy it. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Yeah.
I just
So
wonder if that's a sustainable model, because, I know various artists. I don't know if any of them could afford to spend thousands of dollars just to sell a
just
piece
to
of.
mine it. Yeah. And for me, it's like, I mean, I buy some cryptocurrency like Ethereum stock, right? And it's interestingly that, during the bear market, all the real company, the stock is fine, and now it's rocking. But the cryptocurrency, I don't know why it's like still gloomy. So this is a very interesting area because I would say it's a pioneer to just jump in, right? And I like to just try it because I couldn't just say it's bad without even trying it. So I try it,
Yeah.
and actually, I think if you see all those games or something, right? You see, like it's all gamified. I think you see all the platform are based on game. So I can tell you, I remember when my mom, like a long time ago, my mom is actually a elementary school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
She said that, oh, don't play games because it's not good for you, good for your study. But now when I look back, I was like, hey, you
Could
see,
have
like
been playing
all,
games.
yeah, it's all play games. The entire
Yeah.
world is built on game, actually. So yeah, you see all those decentralized, they are all space games or all other games, right? All those games. So makes me wonder, like, I mean, it should be fun, but I personally think it's probably a little, I don't know. Yeah, it's gamified. I think gamification is better than game because game, there's no actual profit for your, you know,
Yeah.
entire life. But gamify, for example, education gamify, or fitness gamify, fitfi, right? This is a
Uh-huh.
real world fitfi, fitness finance. So it's like you run and you earn. Before we were play to win, right? We play games in order to win, right? But now we play in order to earn. So when you buy these shoes, you will earn some NFTs. The interesting thing is that NFT is a bunch of arts, right? So yeah, so I still thinking about the value of it. I know art is valuable, but sometimes the value is not so. For example, I buy food, right? I can eat it, right? And it has an actual value. But NFT, I know it's beautiful, it's piece of art, but does people really need a lot of NFT?
Well,
Yeah.
what I've been thinking is, for example, I have a friend who's a musician,
Mm,
and he said that he thought NFTs would be very useful in the future,
mm,
because it would allow musicians to sell their work
mm,
to, like, I don't know, a distributor or something like that. One thing that I think of is, I do a lot of photography,
mm,
and let's say that there are people out there looking
mm,
for photography
mm,
that they can put to commercial use, like
mm,
for on the packaging of a product or something like that.
mm,
And so if you sell your photography, say a photograph, as an NFT, and it's got commercial potential, and you own the commercial rights to that image, then someone who's looking for artwork to put on their product packaging, that the NFT gives them a way to buy that entire package of rights. And so they can go ahead and just buy that NFT and then put it on their packaging. And that may be the most efficient, cost-effective way for them to harvest that type of artwork. On the other hand, if I'm going to sell my art like that, I better make darn sure that I own the rights that I'm selling. So if I took a photograph of a model, for example, and I only had a non-commercial release, and I sell that photograph of the model and say, I'm selling you all rights in this photograph, well, that, you know, that would include commercial rights, which I don't own because I only had a non-commercial release. And so all of a sudden, the model finds his or her image on a, I don't know, an underwear ad or something, and maybe they don't like that, and they could sue me and so forth because of that.
And I remember when I was studying fine art, when I was in high school and university, we had a lot of nude models, right? And we paint or we sketch them. And I remember we signed contract, you know, we need to sign a paper. We couldn't take photos of them when they, you know, standing. We just can draw them, right?
So you had a release. You had a model release of some kind.
Something. I remember we signed something every time when we go to the class, just to protect the model. And and we only can, you know, use her shape to draw something. We couldn't really take photos. And the interesting thing is that there will be some certain pose she or he won't do it, right? Or some parts she doesn't want to reveal, right? So I think, I mean, NFT, you know, once you release, you don't really can control anything.
Well,
And you couldn't sue anybody, right? For example, it's just go to different stuff and everything is so cryptid, right? And who do you know who is who?
You're selling a bundle of rights, and I imagine you could say, well, I'll sell you this right, but not this right, and so forth. And from a model standpoint, all of my models sign non-commercial releases with me. So I can make fine art prints and things like that. But I can't take one of those images.
You cannot do NFT, right?
I can't sell the commercial right to that image. And it makes perfect sense for the model to sign just a non-commercial release because in a sense, the model has to be crazy to sign a commercial release that's open-ended, that doesn't say what it's for, because then their likeness could be used on anything, which could destroy their career if it's used on the wrong thing. So it makes sense that they're only going to be willing to sign a non-commercial release unless with the commercial release there is some specific product involved. And then they can say, well, I feel comfortable with my image gracing the packaging or ads or whatnot of this particular product. You know, maybe it's Chanel products or something like that. So anyways, it's tricky when you're doing these transactions to make sure that you know what bundle of rights you own yourself and what you can sell.
And also I think some of the stuff can be used in marketing, right? Before we talked about, you know, I don't know, Taco Bell or, you know, some I forgot, Chipotle or some other companies, restaurants, they kind of had a Halloween special. If you go to, I don't know, Decentraland, I forgot which land, or the Sandbox, they have a store. If you visit there and dress up like Halloween, right? If you have costume, you will get a free I don't know, you can create your own burrito, right? Customize in the in the store, and they will place a real burrito order that sent to your home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's a free one. Yeah. So for example, Halloween, right? You dress up, your virtual avatar dress up and go to store and start creating your free burrito, and show to them like you want this. Like for example, people said that, oh, some people want a chocolate, a burrito, cookie burrito, or ice cream burrito, and like just be as creative as possible, and they will send to your Oreo burrito, right? And I think it's pretty cool because it's kind of show the exclusivity, right? It's exclusive, right? And also it's rarity, right? Who will get a weird burritos from somewhere, you only know there are only a few flavors, right? And it's also, called promote, that the platform, and kind of it's like adding fun, right? Yeah, so I think it's very interesting to just dive into all the parts that like marketing, and also sell membership, right? For example, like I think Gary Vee is like, he is selling, there's a high-end restaurant, he is selling the membership on OpenSea. So for example, you get the membership, and you will get it's like a really cool restaurant in the I don't know, Manhattan area in New York, and it's really big and luxurious, super high end. And if you buy that membership uh, on OpenSea, you can access that restaurant, for a whole year. But you still need to pay, right? But it's a membership. You can just go there, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's really smart. And some people use like digital twin ideas. Like for example, you buy this NFT shoes, right? And you will get a new shoes, right? And later on, this NFT can sell probably a little, I don't know the second sale, but you see, like when you first sell, you come up with a shoe, right? And the second sale, maybe it's just the art or the piece of that come with it. But it's very interesting to see, like you see, like NFT can come up with a digital proof. And and I even see like a lot of physical and digital stuff like integration. For example, like there's a company called Wristband. You wear that wristband and you can go to all the virtual world, right? And you use this wristband, you can access as a ticket. It's very weird. It's like a physical wristband, you buy it, but it can trigger a lot of stuff in the
It
virtual
has
world.
like a QR code on
I
it or something.
think so. Something inside that wristband, or something, maybe a ID number or something, and you use this wristband as your identifier or something. It's like driver's license, right? Or your ID, right? So I think a lot of stuff like a virtual world and physical world, they are blending together, and I really like the concept of the alliance, right? Like, what's the name of it? OMA3. It looks like omega 3. OMA3. So I think when I see today's news, I feel this one makes me feel very excited, because finally there, like, people start doing something. It feels like really benefit. It's not separate. It's like people start
Moving in the right direction.
but I wish those dial system and some system, I wish it's decent.
You wish it's what?
It's decent. It's not like
Yeah.
some algorithm and something. But I still think that big companies still can earn a lot of money, just because it's just in another way, right? The big companies still can do it.
They'll find a way. That's why they're in business.
I was thinking about, hey, if you decentralize, you probably, it's like a lot of super rich people, they donate their entire wealth to their charity foundation, right? I don't know. I personally think that it's just another way of doing business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
We
Yeah.
don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I don't need to worry about donate my wealth right now, maybe in the future, but now I don't need to.
Yeah.
I just need to worry about right now. I need to pay my bills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Any other thoughts? I think this one is cool. It's like this guy is the first fastest runner,
Oh yeah.
right? And and he joined, or he become the world ambassador for Step app, and this is the fifth fight. So pretty much they use blockchain, and instead of play to win, they use play to earn, right? This is the metaverse economy. And I think it's very interesting to see that they are going to sell sneakers, right? The digital version and the physical version. You can buy and trade, right? And you can even, I think pre-register users to the brand sneakers or digital, can buy trade by enabling users to exercise, socialize, play, and learn. This token, it just like, you can run, right? It encourage you to exercise more, and you will count it. The app will count your steps, right? And your steps can earn bunch of tokens. Yeah, I think this is great. I really like gamification. I don't know about purely game because I don't want to kill zombie all day just to win some stupid NFT. I don't know. I feel like that's another job. I don't enjoy it if something is repeatable. It's similar to Excel sheet, right? If you have to do the same thing and just to upgrade and earn more NFT, I think there might be something more beneficial to the world to do than killing zombie, right? So yeah, I still think that I think everyone is figuring out what to do. And I just saw a news that people think that we should start building it, just keep building it without overthinking. Because a lot of people just sit and wait and see what's going on and slowly jumping it. But I'm the doer. So if I see something, I just jump it. And even though at the beginning the direction was totally wrong, but I think, along the way there will be something right. That's what I think. I do things just serve around and learn by doing. Yeah.
If you're Usain Bolt, you have to get involved in something like this, right?
Yeah, right. I think
I mean,
so.
as a professional athlete, you want to get involved in things like this.
Yeah, right. And go to the future. And he's fast. And his last name is pretty cool. It's Bolt.
Yeah.
Feels very fast. Like electricity man, right? Like, yeah. So
It was destiny.
yeah, I think so. Yeah. When I see this, I was like, is the last name like purposely rename it, or is the real last name? But yeah, I mean, if his last name is Bolt, then yeah, it sounds fast and powerful.
We could look him up on Wikipedia and probably find the answer.
Yeah, right. Cool. Yeah, so we will jump into the next speaker event, and thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.